on the school front door with a rubber band and
Gretchen Whitmer, and only Gavin Newsom and the Maryland governor and Josh Shapiro have better odds than you do. You have a higher favorability than Pritzker, Andy Beshear, Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, Raphael Warnock, John Fetterman, Mark Cuban. Okay, no ducking, no dodging, no bobbing and weaving. Are you thinking about running for president?
No, I am not. Number one, all right, I like my life. My life is very, very good, very fruitful. Politics is a cesspool. We've all seen that. We've seen what these politicians have gone through. We've seen what President Trump went through over these last several years. Who the hell would want to sign up for that? Now, obviously, being in the presidency is a very, very powerful and influential position. Leader of the free world, we get all of that. We see, look at the state of this country. It's an absolute mess. You understand? I have no business being ahead of Josh Shapiro, but this is the part. It is the part that I really, really want to get to show how pathetic of a state of affairs things are right now. I have no business being ahead of Josh Shapiro. I have no business being ahead of Wes Moore. I love both of those guys. I think those guys will be outstanding in their own right. I don't think that there's anybody else out on that list and beyond that has any legitimate case to make for themselves at this particular moment in time for the Democratic Party. I think any voice that has been national has been diluted because of the Trump romp, and I don't want to hear about a 1.5% victory in the election. The man won every swing state. He won about 50 counties, okay? He went up in the black vote, went up in the Latino vote, went up with young voters, okay? There's nothing to say. He won the popular vote. He won the electoral college vote. I don't want to hear anything from the national voices, okay? All the national voices that was out there, and I'm including Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, in that mix, because he showed up on your show on this channel and debated Ron DeSantis, so he tried to be a national voice. No, I don't put any of them up there right now. And my last comment would be this. I think the fact that I am a candidate for the presidency of the United States of America, according to the polling for the Democratic Party, is the most clear-cut evidence of how pathetic of a state of affairs that exists within the Democratic Party today. I have no business being on that list whatsoever. I am not qualified, but it just shows how pathetic things are at this particular moment in time.
I got to go deeper in the paint. I'll use the sports analogy with you.
Sure.
Okay. If asked, if drafted, if begged, the answer under all circumstances is a firm no, you're not doing it. Yes or no?
At this moment in time, because I want my pockets to get significantly deeper. No. I'm answering the question. Right now, the answer would be no. 3 years from now, if my pockets are significantly deeper and the country is in a dire state of affairs,
you sound like a politician.
3 years from now, the country is in a dire state of affairs.
Answer.
I'm not.
That's a politician's answer.
Listen. I spent the first half hour of this show watching you and all your guests just fawning over the president. Could you let me get in a word here? I'm telling you, 3 years from now, as my pockets are deeper and I'm even more successful and my lifestyle is comfortable enough for me,
so the door is open.
People call,
the door is open.
I would have to consider it.
So the answer is you are leaving that. You swung it wide open, as wide as you can. You just kicked it open, knocked it down at this. But yes, it is true. Well, 3 years from now, my pockets, I have more money in my pocket.
Campaigning is a nightmare.
I might be open to it.
Campaigning is a nightmare. Hugging, kissing babies, shaking hands with everybody, currying favor with politicians. I don't want that stuff. Now, if you told me I could get on a presidential debate, I could get on a stage for a presidential debate, I would love it. I would absolutely positively love it. And I do believe
I would love to debate you.
I do believe that I would have. Well, listen, the fact of the matter is most people in the Republican Party even can't debate you. So don't get me started with everybody else. There's no shame in that. I'm just telling you, going up against them, I'd give them a run for their money.
All right. I admire friendship, et cetera, et cetera. Look, I asked this of Don Jr., and this is a serious question, too. I mean, you just heard the Nazi fascist Tim Walz. Oh, but I didn't mean Donald Trump. He's full of crap. I throw the challenge flag. I don't believe him. And that's part of his problem, too. They lie. I'm sick of liars. years. But here's the thing: Nazi, fascist, racist, and then they become the party of men, champion the rights of men to play women's sports. They became the party that cares more about the rights of illegals over the safety of Americans. They become the party that is not outraged when the average American does not get paid what we get paid. They get paid what we used to get paid in our lives when we lived paycheck to paycheck. 66 grand a year. I started in broadcasting, I got paid nothing. Then I got paid 19 grand a year. But those people, and they see hundreds of billions of their hard-earned dollars going abroad for Green New Deal, DEI, transgender wokeism. That's the party. That is your party. You should leave them. You should tonight divorce them on my show.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have to, because if I was the leader of the party, that nonsense wouldn't exist. That wokeism and identity politics and all of that stuff, it wouldn't exist. I'd eradicate that.
Still your party.
Let me be very, very clear about that. And excuse me, because, again, there are some liberal things that I agree with, and there's some conservative things that I agree with. Let me tell you, I think the argument, the way I think the Democrats are really, really messing up when it comes to Donald Trump at this particular moment in time. Sean, I will openly confess, you know, Elon Musk is he's not born here, and they're making this argument. He's not an elected official. He hasn't been confirmed by the Senate and all this. Hold on, let me explain something. I get the discomfort. What they're missing is that you messed up things so badly over the last several years. Give the man a chance to see what he does. I'm looking at Donald Trump. I'm not comfortable with everything that I'm seeing. I'm not comfortable with everything that he's doing, like you are. But the flip side to it is that I'm willing to see the results before I engage in condemnation. See, that's the problem. The partisanship, they're already showing it, and they're echoing exactly what they were doing during the campaign, which means they're not going to resonate, and they're going to ensure that the Republicans probably win the midterms, and then get 4 more years come 2028, because the same song and dance with the same argument is not going to cut the mustard. They got to learn to do that. Dial it back. Judge the man on what he's doing right now. See what the results are before you engage in condemnation. They're not doing that. They're sounding like they're still on the campaign, which means they're coming across as tone deaf to voters like myself and various others. That's where they're messing up.
This is why I can't do anything but like you. I mean, you're just too good at what you do.
I'm actually a lovable guy. I'm really lovable.
At times, yeah, and I'm glad you're not running for now, because that means I would have to be going after you night after night.
And I'd come on every week.
And I'd
come on every week to go at you.
You'd come,
and I would love it. And I tell you, I keep bringing it. I'll make your ear grayer. Every week. I would, at least every month. Let me not say every week. I can't take you every week. I would say every month. But I'd make your hair grayer than it already is.
Every week.
I love it.
I'd love it. Politician, go back to work 2 seconds after you make it.
I'll go every week. Every week. No problem.